Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Nancy Wallace, Raised by Angels, and it's a bold statement, but yes, it's true. I even have an autobiography out there that talks about how I've been raised by angels. If you're interested in getting a copy of it, all you got to do is send me an email to nwallace77 at hotmail.com and leave your name and your phone number so I can call you back. But today, what we're going to do is one of the people sent me a ghost story. So we're going to go and listen to his story. And then if we have enough time, we're going to go into the chosen one. But here's his story. It says, "Hi, Nance. Here's one of my many ghost stories," which means we'll have some more from him. When my stepdad passed away, he was lying in the dining area after passing. It was an in-home hospice. My mom had his face covered from his nose down, not his eyes. They were closed. I wasn't there when he actually passed. He had sent us out to get some things. I got home after finding out. I sat in his chair in the corner of the room. I was exhausted, couldn't keep my eyes open, and out of the corner of my eyes, I saw him stand up off the table, look at me, and walk right through me. Can you imagine how that felt, having a ghost walk through you? Now, or a soul. You can read it any way you want. Now, a bit of the backstory and what led up to this point. He's talking about a friend of his that kind of helped him get through all of this, through the passing. He says, "She gave me a couple tips to help him pass, like helping him slow down his breathing and so on, allowing him to leave. So in the evening, after everyone went to bed, I was on night watch, talking to him, giving him peace. So every night I would have my hands on his chest and I would try to get him to relax and let go. Gave him meds and water through a dropper until sunrise when he finally passed. Then when we were out, he passed all the way, but it didn't end there. I started having intense dreams of different pockets of pages are hard to turn, of time, like time works, places, and times I wasn't familiar with. I knew it was him showing me things, past, present, and bits of the future. He was always there." Sounds like a pretty cool man, actually. So over the next 1 to 2 months, at the same time when we were in the public domain, or private for that matter, I mentioned his name. Pictures would come off the walls. Books would fall down. Artwork would get slid and become crooked. His way of saying he was there. Nice way of saying it, isn't it? It was all starting to wear on me. It was starting to scare me a little bit. And at the same time, my mom was very disappointed he had not come to her at all. And they had a deal with each other to come back and visit each other once one of them had passed. So I called my shaman, explained things, and asked what was going on here. She said that I needed to exhale his spirit when he passed, which I didn't know that, so I probably didn't do that. Curious, it didn't even cross my mind, and I had not because I wasn't in the home. She explained that he attached himself to me. That's why everything was happening. His way to make himself very visible to me. So she gave me a ritual of light to help release him. As soon as I did that, he left, and my mom started seeing him at her house. Well, that should have made her really happy. And around her. He attached to her, and ever since then, she's felt him, and things happen around her. Personally, I think he needs to move on. He's not He's not moving on, and she's not letting go. Sorrow is a powerful emotion. He loved to read. I gave him a Sherlock Holmes encyclopedia. The thing probably weighed about 30 pounds. Pretty big book. It was bound in thick leather, and whenever he got mad at her, things would fly off the shelf and hit the ground. There were 2 times it happened in front of her and once in front of me. First time, when she bought a car he forbid her to buy while he was still alive. Second time, when a boyfriend entered the scene and he wanted him out of the house, which he chased him off, and once in front of me, just making a point. He still comes around occasionally through me and my dreams and other psychics. Morale of the story is when someone passes, feel them, enjoy the fact, you know they're there, okay, but ultimately let them go. It's never good to open passages of the dead because you never really know who's coming through unless you're very skilled. Now, last week was about a Ouija board, and some people use the Ouija board to talk to their relatives that have passed. At least they think they're talking to their relatives that have passed. They're not really sure and they don't really know, but that's what they believe. So that's what he's talking about. Be very careful. Even if you're a professional, professionals get taken over and possessed just like everybody else. Okay? But his story was quite unique because him and his grandfather did have a very close relationship. And because of that close relationship, the grandfather decided that he was going to come through him. So, it's kind of interesting and kind of good, but at the same time, it can be kind of scary too. So, what I tell people, if somebody is ready to go, don't fight them going. In fact, what you can do if they're in your presence is you silently say to them, soul to soul, if you really want to go, it's okay. We will all be all right. You must leave in peace and rest in peace and just send out love and we'll send the love back to you. But it is time for you to let go. Now, here's what happens when you do that. Usually, because I had to do it a few times. It's not fun, but you still have to do it. So usually, after you have done that, and if somebody is really ready to go, they will probably leave within the next 15 minutes to 30 minutes and they will let go. They will stop breathing, they will pass on, but they're a very happy soul to pass on. Sometimes it's really hard to do that because the love that you have for somebody, but even with that, trying to keep them here really isn't fair for you, and it really isn't fair for them because then they have a very hard time moving on to where they need to go. And for you to hang on to it, it only keeps reminding you of things that's happened in the past. And sometimes that's not so great. Other times it's kind of interesting to know that they're there. And don't be surprised if once you do what I said, to tell them that it's okay to let go, that you love him, them, whatever, and they let go. That's one thing. Sometimes when you do that, if a person isn't quite ready to go, they will all of a sudden get better. Not real better, but better. Everything about them will seem to be better. But it's not, because they do have to go. And so don't be surprised if you do that with someone and you tell them it's okay to let go. If they're not really ready or they're afraid to let go, they'll try to hang on a little bit longer so their energy will get better, but it soon fades. And then again, you would have to say the same thing. You just say it silently. You do not say it out loud. It's soul to soul. You're telling the soul it's basically okay to actually go forward to where you're supposed to be. You're telling them that other relatives are waiting on the other side for you. And all you have to do is let go to join them. Now, sometimes ghosts don't want to go, and sometimes they'll stay and they will haunt the house, or they will actually haunt a person, depending if they were angry at the time or if that person did something to them that caused their death. A lot of times souls won't let go. They kind of want to get their revenge. And it may sound silly, but just because they have passed doesn't mean that their spirit died. Your spirit never, ever dies. It doesn't die. It just goes on to different places, different time frames. Sometimes past time frames, sometimes future. Sometimes if you've not been such a great person and you have a lot of karmic debt to pay back, you'll come back. Don't worry, you'll come back. You may not like the circumstances that you come back to, but you'll come back. But the best thing is when a loved one is really ready to go, even though they don't want to let go. It's real important that you tell them that it's okay to let go, that you all will be okay. And you send them with a lot of love, because it's the lot of love that makes the difference. And like I said, usually within 15 minutes to 30 minutes, the person will let go and pass. But first they may get a little bit better and you may think, oh, this is great. But in reality, they're still ready to go. I had to do this with my dad. Well, not exactly the way I just told you, but I had to do this with my brother, my youngest brother. He died of pancreatic cancer, and he didn't really want to let go. And my mom and my dad had him living in their house in a finished basement and made him really comfortable. And his daughter was there to help him, but he kept trying to get out of bed, okay? Unconsciously, whatever. He was trying to get out of bed. So my mom called me and asked me to come over and see what I could do, because they're afraid he's going to fall and get hurt. And I went, okay, well, let's go see what we can try to do. But what happened is when I got there and he'd been trying to get out of bed, I said to my angels, I said, I need help on this because I really don't know what to do. But he's got to go. And so the angels kind of told me what I just told you. They told me to put my hand on his forehead, silently say to him, it is time to go. You have to let go now. Everyone here loves you. However, the other side, they love you too. And your main hero, which was my oldest brother who had been killed by a hit-and-run driver, is waiting for you on the other side. So there's no reason for you to stay. So after I put my hand on his forehead, his whole soul seemed to calm down. And he didn't try to get out of bed. He just laid there, letting go, letting everything pass. And he died within probably 15, 20 minutes. So you're actually helping them by telling them it's okay to go. Because sometimes spirits hold on thinking that their loved ones that are here are not going to make it. They're not going to learn how to live again. They're going to be very sad. And yes, you will be sad at first. That's a normal tendency. Unless, of course, the person is suffering a lot. And then all you want them to do is just let go. So, again, try what I just said. It came from my angels, which I believe in for a long time now, and it did work. And it will probably work for you also. But you have to assure them that it's okay that they go, because all of you are going to be okay. You won't forget them. You love them. But it is time for them to go. And you might sometime have to help them do that. And trust me when I tell you this, it's not easy to do that. Knowing that you're going to help the person cross it's great. It feels great. But emotionally, it takes a little toll on you. So don't be afraid to help somebody cross over if they really need to do that. So that's my ghost story, and that's my idea to help you learn how to let people pass. All right? So we have time. So now I'm going to do about a chosen one. This is one of the videos, the other videos that I accidentally erased. But I'm going to read what it says about a chosen one, and then you can decide if you're a chosen one or not. It said a chosen one is a common storytelling archetype where a single individual is destined or selected to fulfill a crucial role, typically saving the world, defeating a great evil, or bringing about significant change that no one else can accomplish. So it's actually a big compliment, okay? Why are they chosen? The reason varies depending on the story, but common explanation includes prophecy or destiny. Ancient predictions foretell their arrival and role, like Harry Potter being marked as Voldemort's equal, or Neo in the Matrix being propped up as the One. Unique abilities or heritage. They possess rare powers, bloodlines, or qualities that make them uniquely capable. The Skywalker was believed to be conceived by the Force itself, destined to bring balance. Divine or spiritual selection. God's cosmic, well, I call them creator, cosmic forces, or a mystical system directly chose them. Think of Joan of Arc, believing God selected her to lead France. Circumstances and characteristics. Sometimes they're chosen simply because they're in the right place at the right time with the right moral character. Frodo wasn't prophesied to destroy the ring. He volunteered and proved worthy through his choices. Symbolic representation. They embody hope or reprise human potential, making the natural focus point for a larger struggle. Why this trope resonates. The chosen one trope resonates because it taps into universal desire, the hope that we matter, which is true. We have to know that we matter, because if we don't matter, then we're all in big doo-doo trouble, okay? That our struggles have meaning, and that every ordinary person might be called to do something as a chosen one. Trope resonates because it taps into universal desires, the hope that we matter, that our struggles have meaning, and that every ordinary person may be called to do extraordinary things. It's also been criticized for being overused and sometimes undermining themes of collective action or personal agency. Now, a lot of people don't know that they're chosen, number one. But some of the things that happen to them make them think that they are different. And they are, in a very good way, okay? It has also been for being overused and sometimes undermining themes of collective action or personal agency. In other words, sometimes people just kind of use it as a crutch, sort of say. But see, my thing is, when it comes to the chosen one, you don't quite fit into your family. You feel like you're an outcast. You feel like you don't know what to say or how to say it without upsetting somebody. But a chosen one has kind of a lonely life. I'm not going to lie to you. They do. But being a chosen one makes you really something extraordinary. It makes you something very special that has been created for you through the powers of the Creator. And it actually wants you to succeed. So the challenges that you may be going through or the challenges that you may have has a lot to do with what you're supposed to end up doing as a chosen one. A lot of people don't believe in chosen ones, but it's all throughout the Bible, and it talks about different ones that have been chosen. But humans today are also chosen ones. So it says a chosen one is a common storytelling archetype where a single individual is destined, or selected to fill a crucial role. It says, why are they chosen? The reason varies, like I said earlier. Prophecy, destination, unique abilities, and inheritance. Just because you're a chosen one in the family doesn't mean that some of the other ones aren't. Those you'd be able to get along with. But the ones that aren't really chosen like you have been, because your frequency is a lot higher, you probably have a hard time with them. Like sometimes people have a hard time with their parents because they want to tell their parents so many things, but the parents don't want to hear it. So the chosen one has to back down, act like they don't really know what they're talking about, which they really do. But in the long run, the chosen one usually, I'm not going to say always, but usually manages to get done with what they were sent here to do. And that's to help people. It's to straighten out things. It's also to let people know that humanity probably needs a lot of work done. We all know that. But as a chosen one, it is a lonely trip. And there's not usually a lot of people you can talk to unless you just happen to fall across it on Google or something, and it'll tell you more about chosen ones. It'll tell you things that chosen ones have gone through, not just the ones that I mentioned, but a lot. Now, you are here for a purpose. You may not know that purpose, but you are here for a purpose. Eventually, you figure it out, and eventually you know that you're a chosen one, and feel very proud, because not everyone is a chosen one, but feel very proud that you were selected to be a chosen one. And just know that whatever you were chosen to do, whether you know now or don't know now, it will be told to you or shown to you so that you can change it, so that you can correct it. It's important to know that as a chosen one, like I said, it's kind of a lonely journey. Most of the time because you don't really feel like you're part of the family that you're in. But you've chosen that family so you can be a chosen one. It's kind of like a catch-22, I guess you could say. Chosen ones are very, very nice people. They are very empathetic. They feel what other people feel. They have a knowing that other people don't know. They just know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And you may not just be here for one thing. You may be here to help a lot of things, like humanity. Humanity really needs the help. Humans are kind of lost in today's world. But as a chosen one, you can actually help them, give them advice, and show them different things that they could be doing for themselves that they are not doing now. So you can help them. And that is what a chosen one is to do. That is what you've been sent here to do. It's to help whomever your paths cross, and you know that you can help them by only suggesting a few words. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to kind of help people, because really they need it. So don't be afraid. Sometimes, like I said, it is a lonely journey, but it's a very worthwhile journey, not just for you, but also for the people that you come in contact with. Again, not everybody's going to understand you. Not everybody's going to be able to tolerate your frequency, because it's going to be probably a lot higher than theirs. And that's nothing against them. They just haven't really grown like you did. And they really weren't a chosen one. So remember that a chosen one is here to help. You're not here to be selfish. You're not here to be egotistical or arrogant, because that will just send you right back where you don't want to go. So just take the time to figure out if you're a chosen one, and figure it out by how you really feel and the ideas that you have to help people, and especially in a family. Again, you're going to feel like the oddball, the outcast, whatever you want to call it, and you're not really, but that's what it feels like. Again, because their frequency is not as high as your frequency. So people are going to have kind of a hard time with you. Some people will not understand you, and they'll just think that you're some kind of a nut, which you're not, okay? But you have to not let that get to you, and you have to finish what the Creator sent you here to do, whatever that may be. And yes, there'll be adversities, but at the same time, you are capable as a chosen one to get whatever Creator wanted you to get done. You will get it done. It may not be immediately, because you may not know it right away, but it'll be given to you so that any given time you will know that it's up to you to help whomever is there or whatever needs to be helped. But again, be proud you're a chosen one, because not everybody gets to do that. And as hard as it may seem sometimes, just know that your Creator is not going to let you fail. Unless, of course, you have such a big ego thinking you're just so great. That does not work. Chosen ones really don't have an ego. They have a lot of knowledge, but they don't have an ego. So keep that in mind. Check your heart. Check your soul. See if you just might be a chosen one. It may surprise you. And if you find out that you are, then all you do is ask Creator what it is that you're chosen to do and show you the path to do it. And if you ask, as they say, if you ask, you shall receive. So next week, I'm going to talk about 15 movie stars that believe in UFOs, kind of give a little bit of their story. And some of them will probably surprise you, but they're there. And until then, have a very good week. And remember, try to figure out if you're a chosen one or not. Because again, not everybody is, but be very proud if you are. Anyway, if you want to order my book, like I said earlier, you just email me at nwallace77@hotmail.com. Give me your name and your phone number so I can call you back. If you'd like to have a private reading, you do the same. Just send me an email saying you'd like to have a reading, but send me your phone number and what time zone you're in so that I can give you a call back. Until then, have a very good week. Take care of yourselves and figure out if you're a chosen one or not. Bye now.